A very good morning to you all. Welcome back to my fourth video, and we'll continue with example number 3 on options. Example number 3 says Mr. Bharat buys a 3-month call option at a premium of rupees 10. The exercise price is rupees 210. Share price of Reliance is selling for rupees 200. What is the payoff of Mr. Bharat if the spot price is rupees 190 or rupees 200 or rupees 210 or rupees 220 or rupees 230? In example number 3, the information that is given out is current market price in the beginning, which is rupees 200, exercise price rupees 210, premium rupees 10, contract period is 3 months, and payoff, what will be the payoff if the spot price is the 5 cases they have given. The first thing that we have to see here is what kind of transaction is this. Here the buyer is buying a call option, so it is a long call or a buy call option. And if we go back to the grid, and you can see this long call is coming over here in this particular quadrant. So in this quadrant, the buyer will exercise the option only when the current market price is greater than the exercise price. So that is what I have written here. It will be exercised only when the current market price is greater than the exercise price. Again, when we go back to the grid, we see that the strike price is an expense for the buyer, premium is an expense for the buyer, and the current market price, always we talk about the current market price at the end. In my previous video, I had given here as the beginning. We never see the current market price in the beginning. We always see the current market price at the end only. So here the current market price will be an income to the buyer because he is selling into the market. So when he is selling it into the market after buying from the seller, it is an income to this person. So based on these information, we'll try to draw a payoff for the buyer. So when we draw the payoff, it's a payoff on the call option at the expiration. The current market price at the end, nothing but the spot price, is an income for us, and the expenses will be your premium and the exercise price. So the premium being an expense for me, I have written for all the 5 cases. What are all the 5 cases? When the current market price or the spot price changes to 190, 200, 210, 220 and 230. So the current market price we have to write for all the 5 cases, and we have to also check whether it is an income or an expense. The premium is an income or an expense. So we already have referred to the grid, and we have concluded that the premium is an expense for us. So 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 for all the 5 cases we have written. So it is a minus, I'll put a minus here, minus 10 for all the 5 cases, and this minus 210, minus 210. Yeah. As of now, we have filled only the current market price in all the 5 situation and the premium in all the 5 situation. Now to fill the exercise price, we need to follow this hint. In all the 5 cases, we have to now see whether the current market price is greater than the exercise price. We'll come to situation number 1. Is the current market price 190 greater than 210? No, it is not greater. So the buyer will not exercise the contract. So that is the reason there's a blank over here. Situation number 2. Is the current market price 200 greater than the exercise price 210? No. So he will not exercise the contract. Again, there's a blank over here. Situation number 3. Is the current market price 210 greater than the exercise price of 210? No. So again he will not exercise, so there's a blank over here. Coming to the fourth situation, is the current market price 220 greater than 210? Yes, it is greater, so he will exercise. That is why I have written this 210 over here. Coming to the last situation, is the current market price 230 greater than the exercise price of 210? Yes, it is greater, so he will exercise the contract. So whenever he will exercise the contract, or whenever he is going to exercise the contract, the exercise price will be written. In all other cases, when he is not exercising, there will be a blank. Now the final stage is to calculate the payoff. Coming back to situation number 1, wherever the option is not exercised. So wherever the option is not exercised, that is why a blank sign you can see. So wherever the option is not exercised, we will not consider this information. So I will strike it off. I will strike it off here also. So here I will consider only this minus 10. So minus 10 is the expense for the buyer. Nothing but the premium becomes the expense for the buyer. Here also in situation number 2, when the current market price goes to 200 rupees, the buyer will not exercise the option. So that's why there's a blank over here. Now the expense will be only this one. So the same minus 10 is carried over here. This minus 10 is carried over here. Coming to the third situation, again the same thing. He is not going to exercise the option. That's why there's a blank here. And this minus 10 is carried over here. Coming to the fourth situation, minus 210 and minus 10 makes it minus 220. So plus 220 minus 220, the payoff is 0. He is not going to gain or lose from this transaction. Coming to the next one, why all these values are positive? Because the current market price is an income for the buyer. So all these values are positive. 230 is also a positive value. Now plus 230, and over here under expenses we have two things, minus 10 premium and minus 210, nothing but the exercise price. So making a total of 220. So minus 220 plus 230 gives a plus 10. So he is earning, the buyer is earning 10 rupees over here. Hope the payoff is very clear. Based upon this, we can draw a payoff chart. So it will be like this. So you have two axes, x-axis and y-axis. This is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. So here you have the minus value, minus 5 and minus 10 over here. Here you have the 5 and 10. So these are all the premium that I have mentioned. Now this 190, 200, 210, 220, 230 is the spot price or the current market price. Now based upon this one, the situation will take the first situation when the current market price is 190 and the payoff is minus 10. So when the payoff is minus 10, it comes over here. Second also, when you plot it here, it comes here. The third one is again minus 10. So it comes here. Fourth situation 0. And the fifth situation, it is a positive 10. So if you draw these or if you join these dots, you get a graph like this. So this is a complete loss area or the loss zone. This is a positive or the profit zone. This particular point is called as the break-even price or the break-even point, where the buyer doesn't gain anything or lose anything. So hope this is really clear to you. That's all we have in this video. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.